Hey guys, I'm recording this on my phone, so I apologize for the shaky footage. We have behind us probably one of the crappiest, beat up, worn out, abused Chevy Silverados ever, and it came here because it needed brakes. I was told it leaks brake fluid. Okay, it sat here for a few weeks. I finally got to it. No brakes. The guy told me that the line in the rear is leaking. I got in it, and I mean, there's nothing. The pedal goes completely to the floor. Typically, when the rear line on these trucks break, I've done 100, 200 of them, whatever. There's still like pedal right at the very end of the travel. There's usually enough to make the truck stop. This thing had nothing. Come take a look at this. Let's see if I can get it so you can see it. Look at the brake rotor. What happened? And the strangest part, somebody replaced the caliper. I don't know if you can get in there and look. It looks like there's no pad. There's absolutely no pad. There's a caliper. Let's go look at the other side, the driver's side. Same scenario. The caliper's been replaced. Certainly not the rotor. And I don't think I can get you up in there to see. You'll have to take my word for it here. There's no brake pad up in there. Not really sure what's going on here. we got a ratchet strap holding the gas tank up. Okay. What is that? Some kind of a muffler? It's also got a ratchet strap holding it up. Interesting. So I'm gonna lower the truck down, and we'll take the there. So I'm not so close to. Look at my ugly face. I'm gonna lower the truck down. We'll take the tires off. It looks like somebody put calipers on this and never put pads on. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Figure out in just a second. Okay, so I lowered the truck down. I took the rear tires off, and the first thing you'll notice, we've got some pretty sweet wheel spacers for stock rims. Maybe he's admiring the Dodge trucks with aftermarket rims. Any Dodge truck you ever see with aftermarket wheels, the wheels are always spaced out about an inch or two, and it kind of widens the stance. This doesn't have them on the front, which is interesting. Have a look at that. I don't think I can resurface that on the lathe. She's pretty thin. I've turned some thin rotors, but that is thin. The caliper, the piston actually doesn't look terrible. Although if you look right here, on the leading edge, right there, if I can get the light to tone down a bit, it's kind of peened. It's a little beat up. So there was a pad in there, and it probably fell out. On the caliper bracket, both the pins here are seized up. And if you look at the pad that came off on the outboard side, it's thick. There's plenty of material on there, and a lot of rust too. So because of these being seized up and the vehicle being driven, it just tore up the inboard pads until they fell off. Check out the driver or passenger side though. I can get in there without blocking my light. Bam, right there. He said the fluid all leaked out on this side. He said it was right by the brake rotor. There was a massive fluid leak. Well, that's where the fluid would have leaked out, but what's interesting is it's pretty dry. It's very dry. I'm guessing that maybe it got driven a little bit after the leak developed. So, and again, look at the rotor. This is great. Isn't that great? Look at that rotor, huh? Is that just awesome? Can you imagine the amount of noise that this must have made just going down the road, let alone hitting the brake, or the feel that you would get in the pedal every time you step on the brake? And you're carving down on these cooling fins right here, these ribs. So I'm gonna get some rotors, pads, and calipers, and the driver's front wheel bearing is really loose on this, which is common on these trucks. I could shake it for you, but you'll just take my word. It's really, really loose. And we're going to fix her up. Thanks for checking out this lame video. Be sure and subscribe and check out my good videos. Thanks for watching. See ya.